All right, hello everyone. Welcome to an edition of Robin Live. I'm John. Robin is off to the side here. How you doing, Robin?
Doing good.
That's good.
Not real happy.
No, hi, Kim is with us right now, and some others, Chris too. All right, let's go over what we know. A terrible day for victims of victims of sexual assault and rape and survivors, the whole deal. It's a terrible day. Um, we have Burdett is here also. Hi, Burdett. We have a guy who has, well, let's bring up his little thing that the Buffalo News has. Um, this guy had pled, think about this, Robin, 8 felonies he pled guilty to today.
That's
He pled guilty to 8 sex crime felonies in the rape case. And after all said and done, after pleading to 8 felonies in this county, then saw over by an Erie County judge, Deborah Givens, an Erie County DA. This county is giving someone who pled guilty to 8 felonies, some of them violent, because we know one of the acts was violent. Oh, they're
all
all
of them are
violent,
violent.
but
There's
you
not,
know which one I'm talking
yeah,
about,
but
though.
there's not non-violent
So,
rape. We
no,
don't friendly rape somebody.
the most violent of them all was the one on the side of the road.
Right.
And you get 6 months in jail, county jail, which will probably equal 4, we assume.
Right. He'll be out by before Christmas.
He's not even going in until July.
Right.
Yeah, so because July is when they will do the
Right.
sentencing.
And they'll do it just so he gets out in time for the holidays.
Yeah, if he only gets 4 months. He gets 10 years probation. Never heard of sex probation. What the fuck that is, and I don't really care. And then 10 years on the registry. And if it's 20, there's so many it doesn't matter. It should be lifetime, obviously, because I would assume he's a level 3 sex offender.
Right.
What's he going to be registered as? Level 1? I mean, he's got to be a level 3 sex offender.
Right.
It has to be. So, and I'll take all your comments too, anything I can get to. We got Kevin here. It is a travesty. It's disgusting. Bill is here. Dominic, Cheryl Kruger, and Burdett. I don't even know Burdett what he could have ratted because, to be honest with you, if he did rat on anything, we'll never know because no charges. We'll never see any resulting charges of anything. Personally, I don't even know if he did anything other than be who he is. Because if you're connected here politically in Niagara County, you're going to get off. You're going to get away with things. You get away with murder here and rape in Niagara County if you're politically connected. Wouldn't you say? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you? Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
I would figure that that's what's going to happen. You will get away with murder. Yeah. Literally, you have, and you and rape. We just want this
right.
is.
Well, yeah, rape especially because that they don't even care about that. That's just like I don't know. I guess maybe it's because it's so prevalent that everyone knows someone that does it. So
how about this? Bill Nye says this is so sad. You know what according to the DA with the special sex probation, I guess he could only get a maximum of 6 months in county jail. Wow. So they're saying anyone can rape and get what he got. So disgusted with the outcome. As long, Kim, as you are politically connected, you have to be connected to one of those political parties, both of them probably, and you'll be fine. The average person on the street does this. The average person on the street who would plead guilty to 8 felonies is not getting 4 months in jail, county jail. What do you think?
No way.
Right?
Absolutely not.
So, I mean, and 10 years on the registry, what the hell is that going to do? I mean, because he has to be a level 3 sex offender. Did they say if he was what level he is? You see what I mean? Right. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That means something. What's this say? This person says someone just posted his picture on the Facebook. Are we dating the same guy website? Yeah, well, here he is.
Yeah.
Our system is garbage. Doesn't the victims have to agree? Well, sure, the victims have to agree, but that doesn't really make a difference because the DA does what they want. The victims, when you have the victims that are one's 18 now, the other one is whatever. Basically, they're going to do whatever to make it go away because
they don't, and also
no one wants to go on the stand.
Right. The thought of testifying as a victim is not is probably the worst thing you could think of. And
right. Yeah, the victims would agree, of course, that's part, but you really honestly think that when the district attorney wants this over with, when the judge wants this over with, when obviously the defense wants this over with, there's going to be nothing to be had. Do you honestly think, when you know what's gone on here in Niagara County with these people, we've saw people who have been in Senator Maziar's office that sexually assaulted someone. They called it harassment. He got away with nothing and got a job for the county in the county legislature. He got a job.
Yep.
So when you have those types of things happening around here, it doesn't make a goddamn difference. The district attorney of Erie County will do what he wants or she wants to do. The Niagara County DA, the great DA we have here too, seems like everything has been dropped. He no longer can be held accountable for anything. It's over. It's done. There's pending cases out there that the state police investigated that they said were on hold. Well, guess what? They're not on hold anymore. They're gone.
And those victims didn't have to agree.
No, Chris, Noelle was not a part of this case. She could not speak. Her case is on hold, but they can't do it anymore. It's over. He has been exonerated. It's over.
Right.
That's it.
Noelle's charges weren't part of this case.
No. The DA obviously needs removed immediately. Actually, the people should remove all DAs in Western New York. Well, fine by me because they're garbage. Rules for the people, but not for me. The ruling class play by different rules. Yeah, this is beyond the pale. Our police are complicit. War on women. So hers is over. What the fuck? Yeah, pretty much everything's over. That's it. This guy, if anyone out there actually thinks that this is a fair ending, shake your fucking head and bang it off a wall. Because to be perfectly honest with you, he has just pled guilty to 8 felonies. They're not, what would be think about the felonies that he pled guilty to.
Yeah.
I mean, and he gets 6 months, probably 4, doesn't get sentenced till July, only has to stay on the sex registry for 10 years, only has to be on probation for 10 years. And after those 10 years are up, what happens next? And furthermore, about probation, do you honestly think Niagara County probation will even care what he's doing?
No. The second he gets out of jail, he'll be offending again because he's been raping since he was a kid.
Since 2009.
He's a predator. They don't rehabilitate. They don't get better. They just reoffend. They don't rehabilitate. There's no making them better. Rapists who plead guilty to 8 felony charges and who raped somebody in high school, these people don't.
Because what happens
is no getting better. He should be locked away for life.
And in this case, we couldn't talk about the 2009 rape, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't talk about nothing. Noelle has joined us in the chat. The DA is disgusting. She's never been good. Jerry's here. Niagara is a predator's paradise. It sure is. Let me remind your audience, a woman in Fredonia was stabbed in her sleep 5 times by an ex that broke in. He was let out that night with an order of protection. Let's see. Does he lose his license? Yeah, he lost his license. But here's what happens next after that, and this is obvious. He will get a job in the Niagara County. The Niagara County legislators will get him and give him a job like they did with Aronow, like they did with a bunch of other fucking sex crime. They get called sexual harassment, but if you knew exactly what they did, it ain't sexual harassment. It's one of the most disgusting things you could do, and that's what they do. And guess what? They get called harassment, and now these people work making $60,000, $70,000 a year for Niagara County. That's what they do, and that's what happens.
Or people like Janelle Fossil's husband, Hugh Messer,
another one,
who get charged with misconduct?
Official misconduct or something.
Like he stole paper clips or something.
Right.
and just moves on with his life.
Everyone moves on with their life. Gail is here. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Let's see what Noel has. I'm extremely upset with the ones who agreed to this because now my case is ruined. Exactly
Yeah.
right. This is disgusting. You're right. D'Angelo will never be helped. He will continue. Oh, he's going to continue. He's been doing it since 2009, and it's
He's been
very
doing it
possible he's
longer
been,
than that.
yes, that he's been doing it before.
Yeah.
Because through all of this, and working with Noel and the Del Zoppo family and all of us together, we've learned a lot
Yeah.
of things that have gone on. Things that we can't say, obviously, because, you don't want to. There has been a lot. This guy has not been just started doing this.
Right.
2009, he's going, and how many people in between all there has he done this to?
Oh, I
Think
can't
about it.
imagine.
I mean, if it was not for Noel's persistence, we wouldn't even have this today.
No.
Think about how sick that is.
Yeah.
This, I'm going to tell you right now.
No matter what the out, and that's the one thing I want to say is regardless of the shitty outcome and everybody that screwed up in this situation and failed all the victims, the one person who shined through still is Noelle.
Yeah, well,
she's a warrior. She's incredible, and today should have been a day of celebration for her instead of aggravation and hurt.
Joel says, no doubt he will resurface and be employed by the government. I'm sure there are many more victims. He's on every dating app around. We knew justice wouldn't be served, Natalie says. You're right. Let's see what Noel says. There's already more stories from victims coming out about him. Can you imagine how many more victims there are that can't come forward now? You're right. And you know what? This is a perfect example. You can't be quiet. People have to speak up.
Right.
Do not listen to these district attorneys. Do not listen to these lawyers that tell you to be quiet. You be quiet. Here's what happens. And we weren't even quiet here, and this was happened.
Right.
Look at Belter. I mean, this isn't much better than Belter. No. Actually, this is unbelievable, to tell you the truth. This is worse in my mind in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
He at least got 8 years. No, I don't even know what he got. 8 years. It's all bad. It all stinks. And let's go on with more comments because I want to read everyone's comments. Just think how many people didn't come forward. Sad day.
Yeah.
Can you take it to a higher court? Good question. I doubt that, but I don't know. That's a good question. They will probably allow him out in 2 months. They may. Noel is a rock star. Kevin, I just don't know political connections will destroy us all. They will, absolutely. How can they not try him on any more cases from when to I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing, but that's what comes out. No more. That's it. There's another case, that election fraud case where he tried to tamper with this case by using the current district attorney of Erie County's husband, the one who's on the case. They don't want to know nothing about it. They don't care. They don't want to know. Western New York always covers up rape. Seems that way. You're absolutely right. Disgusting. It sounds like the victims were pressured. Oh, there is no doubt that we heard that in the Belter case. Yeah. In the Belter case, they were promised things that weren't going to happen. They were promised by Carolyn Watazik that he will definitely not be able to handle his probation, and when that happens, he'll go away. And he's been all over the place violating his probation. People have seen it. They've called in, and they aren't doing anything about it.
And this is going to be the exact same way.
This is bullshit, is what this is. We knew this was going to be a shit show as soon as they went behind closed doors. Natalie, this wouldn't even have happened if Noel didn't make this public. Exactly. He gets 6 months. That's bull. He should have got a lot more time. And because he'll be out way before 6 months and rape again, he should be in prison for a long, long time. No, you're right. They failed us all, and they failed us on purpose. We're failed on purpose, This isn't even a mistake.
Yeah.
This is the system working the way it works. This is the system protecting those that are politically connected.
Right.
And this is protecting their own.
Yep.
Your average person would not be getting this right now. Not a chance.
No.
They would have been cuffed. They would have been put away and probably they'd at least do some prison time. They all do in these situations.
Yeah.
2.5 to 5 years. Something. You're going to do 4 years in Niagara County Jail where you're going to be protected. 4 months. I'm sorry. 4 months in Niagara County Jail. That's outrageous.
Yeah.
He will be protected in there just as he was protected the day he walked out of that courtroom. More charges can be introduced It's the ones that are already progress, right? That are discontinued, correct? And that's sad because there's a lot.
Right.
There's a lot. And who's going to come forward now? Why would anyone come forward after this?
Right.
This is an absolute signal. I mean, this tells you everything you need to know.
Right.
This is what we do here.
Right.
Noel says there's nothing we can do anymore with the case. It's over with now. No one else's case gets used. That was part of the stupid deal they agreed to. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's absolutely disgusting. There's so many cases out there that were told to be. I remember. Noel would probably remember. I'm of course going to remember. There was like 3 or 4 of them that were on hold.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll charge them after.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they got ripped up and thrown out. They got thrown out today. How the hell do you throw out these types of cases? If somebody, I said it before, goes on a slashing tire spree, they'll get more time in prison, in jail, in county jail. They'll get more time.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow. Noel, everyone go after Lynn Rita, the DA, who we trusted to handle this case.
Yes.
Yeah, Gail, we can't. It's done. Anything that comes forward now, I think maybe, Gail, but anything from before that was on, you know, all those cases were on hold, they're wiped out. But then I wonder, why would anyone come forward now? I mean, if they didn't come forward before, why would they come forward now after seeing what happened here?
Right.
This is a direct message to all of you. It really is. To the entire community. You've been told. Number 1, if you're connected politically, go ahead and rape, do what you got to do.
Yep.
You might take a 4-month vacation. 2, we don't really care about the community. We don't care if this guy's a level 3 sex offender. We don't give a damn what he is. Because you know what? He's politically connected and he works on campaigns. We're fine with all that.
Yep.
That's number 2. And number 3, this system has worked. Just remember, this is what I think, Robin. I don't know what you think or anyone else. I feel the system worked properly today. This is what they want.
Yeah.
This is the difference between the average man or woman going in and the connected man or woman going in.
Yes, definitely.
So for this part of it, it worked incredibly good. It was like clockwork.
Yeah.
They did everything they could do. They made sure no one knew when anything was going on. They let that guy do FaceTime from pools. They let him do whatever he wanted to do. Continue hurting people, even throughout all of this time. And they allowed it to continue.
And intimidate people.
Yeah.
The whole thing. I mean, not only does it show you the difference between connected and not connected, but I think that it shows you how sex crimes aren't taken seriously. Like he pled guilty to 8 felonies that were sex crimes, and they act like they were nothing.
Yep.
Like it was.
Yeah. They're not taken seriously whatsoever.
Like it's not a violent crime. Like if he pled guilty to 8 assaults.
Oh, what did we talk about earlier? If he stuck 4 people, he was charged. There was 4 people, right? In this case, if he by gunpoint stole their money, he'd be in prison today. Yes. He wouldn't be getting 4 months.
Right.
He would be gone. Yeah.
Those people, I guarantee you, would rather have their money stolen.
Sure, than be raped. Absolutely. Yeah, you can get over that.
Right. Exactly.
That's not a lifetime.
Right.
You know. No, there's so many. Think about that. Think about if he went and assault. He could on a spree assault for, what would you call armed robbery?
Yeah.
Armed robbery of 4 people, similar people, same thing. He's going to prison. Yeah. He's not spending 4 months in county jail. I don't know what the statute of limitations are, really. Can civil charges be brought upon him? I know you can't get blood from a rock, but it may be worth a try. I think there are some out there right now. Niagara County Jail, big joke. Sentencing in July, total joke, absolutely. Natalie, this should be taken to civil court for these victims. I think some are taking it there. Talk about the TV show Inside Edition night. This needs to be on that Fox. Yeah, well, they don't give a fuck. He's still walking free as we speak, correct?
Right. Probably raping as we.
Well, he's on all these. You just heard someone say, Joel in here, that he's on dating sites. Yeah. We can take these DAs to civil court. Gail talks about that we've contacted them all. No one will pick it up. Well, that's why we've got to do it ourselves. We have to be our own media. There's no other choice anymore. We can do our own stuff and send it places, but we are our own media.
Right.
Because they just don't care.
Right.
They just are glad it's over.
And guess what? Even if it ends up on Fox News or Inside Edition and everybody sees it, everybody goes, "Oh, that's too bad," and then they move on with their lives. They don't do anything.
Last night, we put on there what was on Inside Edition for the Belter case. And guess what? I live in Niagara County and I didn't even see that.
Right.
Second off, it did nothing. The guy is still running around. They don't care here. We're so insulated. They could give a damn less what anyone thinks.
Right.
Because we just keep rolling along.
It hurts him more when Noel is on TikTok or Facebook saying saying the truth, and he's doing everything he can to get her blocked.
Citizens United just had a video taken down by him yesterday.
Right.
Because we put up a video talking about today's plea deal.
Yeah.
It got taken out.
And I guarantee you, if he was on Inside Edition, he wouldn't care.
Inside Edition, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They just don't care about that stuff anymore. Because Niagara County, listen, we had a whole riot over the George Floyd incident in Minneapolis. We had a guy in Lockport that was literally, that was unbelievable what happened to Troy Hodge up there.
Yeah.
And guess what? No one gave a damn.
Nope.
We even reached out to some of the top guys, that would come around, lawyers. They don't care. Yeah. And you know why they don't care? Because we don't care.
Right.
Because not us that are on here talking, the people don't care. We continue to do this shit and vote.
Keep electing them.
Yeah. And we continue to play those games. We continue to play the politics game. Got to get out of the politics is the reason why he is a free man today. Politics is the reason why he's going to get 4 months. And then after the fact, a level 3 sex offender is going to be off the registry and no one will ever really know.
Right.
Just like 2009.
Right.
All over again. It's disgusting. He gets to walk free until July. The FBI did deals with him. I mean, you know what? If they did, Gail, it'd be nice if we could see what transpires after that, because I'm going to be willing to bet you no one goes to jail. There'll be no other cases brought. Like, that's my problem with this. Sometimes I think it's just Niagara County being Niagara County. And it's just, he's politically connected to the people, and that's it. Because I don't even know if he had to wiggle. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't even know if he had to stress.
Right.
I mean, he stressed today because he had to go on record as saying I did it. But I don't think he ever had to do. I bet you they never interrogated this guy. I bet you they never did anything of that sort. I mean, what did they do? They allowed him to run around on the internet when they knew he was on the internet doing shit. Yeah. They let him do all of this.
And they kept telling Noel, "Oh, it'll all turn out in the end. Oh, you know,
here it is.
Yeah, this is such bullshit.
It sure is. It's absolute bullshit. And still practice law. Yeah, they didn't mind. He's going in the courtrooms. He's running around with kids. He's doing it all. Did they take him to? No, he's not going to jail until July, we think. Maybe. I mean, that's when sentencing is. Maybe they'll sentence him and say, okay, you don't have to start till January. They could easily. Why not? Go have Christmas, Merry New Year, Happy New Year, you fuck, and go in there.
And they'll probably let him surrender himself so we don't get to see him get caught.
Oh, yeah, he'll surrender himself. He's not going to do all that. They're not going to do that. And you wouldn't even know if he was doing it. Like, it'd be so quiet.
Right.
You know? It was rehearsed. The judge should have denied. Yeah, you're right, it was rehearsed. 8 felonies, average person would have been fried. Absolutely. 8 felonies. If I go out and commit 8 felonies with a gun, don't shoot anyone. I won't even be violent, right? I'll just stick people up. Right. I'll just say, give me all your money with the gun. I'm not going to have 4 months in county jail.
Right.
There's just no way. I'm not. Did he in fact lose? Yeah, he lost his law license for good, maybe. Yeah, but not. Don't worry, Niagara County Legislature will come to his aid. So when he gets out of jail, don't worry, people in Niagara County and everywhere, and they will make sure he gets a job. Make about $70,000-$80,000 a year too. Like, these aren't like, they're not going to say, hey, come here and work for $17.50 an hour. No, he'll make 70, 80 grand, just like the rest of these people do. Just like Aronow did. Right. Just like the guy, please. There's so many. I can't even, I'm forgetting names, but Aronow is the one that comes to my head. What if there's another victim that comes forward? Can there be another charge, or did he plead to all known? And I think that might be what happened there, because they're saying that there were here's how I heard it. Noel can probably answer this better. That anything there was a lot of cases waiting. For some reason, they only wanted to try these four. Remember?
Right.
But there was like three or four more that they said they were going to like come back with.
Right.
Those cases are gone.
And
Those
that
are
includes
yes,
Noel's.
no, yeah, they're gone. So I don't know. I mean, he's got a fraud charge that was directly at this case. I mean, let's not forget what he did with that district attorney's husband.
Right.
That he actually did all this to try and set up the DA so they'd be a mistrial. And they don't care. They have wiped that out. They don't mind that he tried to manipulate the court. Don't care. But if I'm in the courtroom with a cell phone, I'm going to jail. If I'm in the courtroom and my phone or my watch goes off, I might go to jail.
Right.
Those important things. This guy, when you really sit down and think about what he tried to do there, I don't know if people really get it. He was trying to set up the district attorney from Erie County that was prosecuting him, Lynn Rita, and she didn't care. The judge didn't care. No one cared. And you know what happened? It got thrown out.
Right.
So he did that and got away with it. Good for him. Unbelievable. What would the federal judges say about this? Good question. More than likely he will violate probation, then he'll face. But that won't. I wish that would be the case, and he probably will. But my thing is, here in Niagara County, I don't think they'll care. He'll be able to. Belter's doing the same thing. He's violating probation all over town.
Right.
And he's a connected kid with a lot of money. And this guy's a political animal, I guess, because he's connected to everybody. He'll violate probation left and right. He'll never see the inside of a prison in his life.
No.
Ever. He's never going to. And it's disgusting because he should be going there
and
right now.
Probation is bullshit. They're not gonna what are they gonna do? He's a dangerous offender. If he's gonna be out of prison, which is ridiculous.
He should have a bracelet.
He should be monitored where he is, what he's doing, who he's with.
Cindy says he just posted on the Niagara Action about one of the shooting victims. That's good. And knowing him, Mr. Motions will try to delay the sentence. Yeah, there's been all kinds of writings. They've done nothing, as Gail is telling Natalie. I'd love to run into the scumbag in public. It's not safe to live here any longer. The feds should have picked this case up just because of who is he and what he is and who he is connected to. Me personally don't even think the case should have been handled in Niagara County. Yeah, you're right. It shouldn't have been. They brought in the Erie County judge and the Erie County DA, but the Erie County DA did nothing. The Erie County judge, when you guys were there, she talked to him like he was her best friend.
Right.
And he did what he did, and they didn't care. When they didn't care, because remember when we went to that one where we filmed and we thought something was going to happen? Because obviously he just got arrested for trying to tamper with the district attorney, Lynn Rita's husband, so that this would be a mistrial by sending fake campaign contributions, and they didn't care.
Right.
They did not even care. What judge do you know, or what court do you know that just doesn't care that they're being manipulated and made an ass of?
I can't imagine.
Because they're not being made an ass of. They're not. They're just not being made an ass of. And this whole thing is, there comes a point where I think you just realize people are getting away with murder in this county because they're politically connected. People are getting away with rape because they're politically connected. Steve Pigeon's about to get away with raping a 9-year-old kid, allegedly, shortly here, and he's politically connected.
Right.
You're going to have talk about Aronow, talk about that what's his name, Messer, talk about all of them. They've all gotten away with this.
Right.
They've raped children, they've raped adults, they've raped them all. Mm-hmm. And this county does not care if you're politically connected and you do that stuff. Right. It's fine here. You're okay. Don't worry. Now, if you're not connected, you got a little bit of a problem.
Right.
Because it's easy then. They can use you for a campaign highlight. Because now when you've done it and you're the normal guy, they'll throw the book at you.
Right.
Oh, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
And then they can show that on their pamphlet, but they won't tell you about what happened right here.
Right.
What a disgrace. We showed the Belter thing yesterday. How about that Judge Murphy? I prayed on it. I didn't know. Get the fuck. You didn't do anything. You were told what to do. You're a political. These judges make me laugh too, by the way. They act like they're something. They're nothing. They're just political hacks. They're nothing more than a glorified city councilman or board member.
Right.
That's all you are. And you get in there and you act like you're above politics, and you're the furthest thing from it. You're the most political of them all, because you'll fight to the death for that job because it makes a ton of money. So that's the whole thing is bullshit. And all of these judges, by the way, elections are set up. Every one of them are a setup. Every single one, they know ahead of time who's going to win.
Absolutely.
You got anything whether you want to read? Because I'm looking. Not Erie County either. Should have been further. We need a small government with all attorneys removed. I agree. These politicians don't even care about the crime all over this county, either one of theirs, including here. It's sad. Oh, Bill says, oh, he was deflated for sure. Oh, yeah, he's deflated. All right. 35 years reduced to 46 months. Yes, Gail. Great, right? Only here can we do this. This can be done. We've already done the FBI. The FBI thing has already been involved in this. They already know about what he did they don't care. They don't care. Gail has been all over this, going everywhere he possibly can. And we know the FBI has been involved in this. We actually know.
Yeah.
We've heard that. And every time I heard that they were involved, I used to say, oh my God, I don't want them involved. Right. Because when they're involved, they screw everything up.
Right.
When the FBI gets involved, what ends up happening is this. This is what happens when the FBI gets involved. Some asshole who rapes everybody gets 4 months. Right. Because what they do, tell on somebody because they signed a petition wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't give a fuck about your political crimes.
Yeah.
But he commits political crimes by sending false things to try to was it campaign contributions?
Yes.
And they didn't care.
Right.
No one gave a damn. Melissa says should lose all social media. Oh God, yeah, social media. Yeah, you're right, JB. I know what you're gonna say here. That's BS. Meanwhile, I'm on house arrest and an ankle monitor and facing a mandatory minimum for petty drugs with the FBI. Shake my head. It's all about who you know and who you are, I guess. This is a sick shame. It's a shame. Yeah. It is. That's exactly what it is. If you're politically, let's go.
They love to prosecute drug crimes.
Oh yeah, because that makes them feel good.
Right, get some marijuana.
I don't even care what it is. Pills, okay, good. Yeah, you're great, but you let the rapist walk.
Right.
Level 3 sex offender is going to go. He's been in this community now for 2.5 years.
Right.
Doing whatever he wants, online, running wild.
Right.
Aaron L. was in Mazier's office, right? I don't even want to say what he did in front of that woman.
Yeah.
Okay? And they called it harassment.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's not harassment.
No.
And he doesn't do anything, just gets a nice job in the county.
Right.
Good. Yeah, there you go. This guy here, D'Angelo, was already hired by the county once, and they already knew what he did in 2009.
Right.
So now, when he gets out of jail, everyone's going to go, oh, I feel sorry for him. He lost his law license. Look at that. You know they're going to say it.
Oh, yeah.
And then here he comes, and they'll put him in somewhere. He'll make 80 grand. Being the head of some department that he has no fucking idea what he's doing. So this is ridiculous. Unbelievable 6 months, right, Scott? Really unbelievable. They do protect criminals. Victims, it's open season on all victims, pretty much, but especially the sex crime ones.
Yeah.
The sex crime ones have absolutely no say in anything.
Nope.
It's disgusting. I've never seen anything like it. They're the only, if I hold you up with a gun right now, they're not going to turn it around on you and say, what did you do to cause that gun to be turned on you?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? They're never going to, this is the only thing.
Were you drinking? How were you dressed? What did you say?
This is the only one, the only crime. And I really believe this. If you go on a spree right now, run outside and start slashing tires.
Yep.
Just start slashing all the tires in the thing. All hell will break loose. People will be screaming and yelling. Everyone will be excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll go to jail for 9 months at least. You'll be in county jail for a lot longer than 4.
Right.
For slashing frickin' tires.
Yeah.
Because property crimes are more important than sex crimes.
Right.
And that's why these guys get their ass beat wherever they are.
Right.
First of all, you're going to have, let me say this too about that sex registry. You have a sex registry, right? Mm. Why even have one? What can I do about it?
Right.
What am I going to do? I can't do a goddamn thing.
Right.
Because they don't do anything. They don't pay attention to a sex registry. This motherfucker, after 4 months, is going to be free to go.
Yep.
And you can take that probation and shove it because there's not a probation officer in Niagara County that's going to care.
Right.
Because why would they? If the whole entire court system where he could have been put in prison protected him, you think some probation officer is going to do something?
Right.
Jesus Christ, they ain't going to do anything. I don't think that is whipped out. John. He has to face those. Which charges does he have to face, Bill? The fraud charges. He's good. He's got to face those. I don't know. I just thought that everything was canceled. I know that the prior rape cases are canceled, I guess. Sadly, it's like the victims have no rights. They don't. It's a slap in the face for people like Noel that didn't have their case heard. My opinion, that should be a crime, and those DAs should be disbarred and tossed out. Everyone has to write to these media outlets. Maybe they'll listen. If it, what's this one say? Is this in jail? No, he's not in jail. He will not be sentenced till July. And even then, who knows when he'll be actually put in jail? Who knows? Who knows when they'll put him in jail? Yes, he can be tried on other new victims that come forward. He can't be absolved of that. So hard to get survivors to come forward. Yeah. This may, well, of course, why would they come forward? Why would you come forward after this? Do you know what I mean? What would
Right.
you, they're not going to come forward. What does it get you? It gets you, this guy's going to get nothing. It's proven what's going to happen. I don't know who he would have to rape for it to matter.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he would have to do. If he'd have to go rape the statue of Walenda, I don't know what he's got to do to make it matter.
Right.
But
maybe Carolyn Watazik herself.
I don't know. Allegedly, let's not hope that. But seriously, right?
Right.
I mean, what could he do to make that happen? I don't think anything at this point. I think he's prolific. I think he's one of the leading rapists we have in this country, in this county, I mean. And it will continue to happen because he has to be listed as a level 3 sex offender, right?
Yeah.
How could they list him lower? What would they list him as? They're going to list him as a 1? Because 1 means you're not, what? That's your kiddie porn guy, scumbag?
Yeah.
Isn't that what I think that's what it is.
Right.
And then you get a 2 in there. You throw a little 2 in there because maybe they did, maybe they were nice. Maybe they gave out, and then the 3 comes. He probably shouldn't even be on the registry. Why even bother?
Right.
I'm at the point where just let him walk away. This is all a joke. It's all a big fucking joke. You take away his law license, who cares? And let him huff and puff and be all upset. Big deal. He was all nervous today. He was all shook up. Good.
Right.
Big deal. You're going to go 4 months in there and do nothing, and then you're going to get a nice job for the county.
Right.
Or the state, or whichever one wants to step in to help you.
Yeah.
So enough's enough with this. But fuck that. This is bullshit. The whole goddamn thing. They always let the rapists get off easy, and it's sad, and it's not right. It's a slap to the face to the victims. It sure is. People need to start contacting these national media outlets. Maybe if a lot of them got together, they will listen. Yeah, I don't think they care. No, Scott, he gets to be free until July. Let's see. Erie County and Niagara County as neighbors. That's still too close. It should have went to a jurisdiction that had no involvement. Yeah, you're right, because he had to be doing work in Erie County Court.
Right.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
No one's just stays here. Judge Murphy's last case was a great case. It sure was. You saw what he did. Let's see if we got anything else here. Let's see here. Hopefully he gets more time for the other charges. Yeah, I don't think so. I wouldn't imagine he'll get anything for that. I'm sure he'll get told not to do it again. Maybe. Right. I mean, if you can, what would you get? 45 days? Because if you get 6 months for all this rape, so what do you get for that?
That
30 seconds?
No, you probably get like 6 years for that.
No, he'll get there. They'll add on an extra 30 seconds to his thing. Maybe we'll make you come in July,
right,
or something. I don't know, something like that. I'm sorry, Dominic. I don't know. Maybe you're right, but I don't agree that there's a big fish. I don't think it matters here. I don't think there is anything. I think sometimes he's given way too much credit. I think he's just the connected guy to the Henry Watazik group, and he's been doing a lot of work. He's in the thing. It's just simply just like the other guy who killed somebody in the middle of the friggin' road in the summertime.
Right.
Who is just a big donor. He is not getting arrested. He is free as can be, and a young man is dead who had
Right.
kids. He's free. This guy here is just who he is, and he's able to be free. He's able to get away with it. If you're politically connected here, it just doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do anything. Who's he going to talk on? What's he going to say?
Right. He's probably just given money to the right people.
He definitely has, and he's worked on. Think about the fact that he was the campaign manager for Caroline Watazik.
Yeah.
And that is humongous. She is a county judge who has a brother who's a county judge, and we know what her husband is.
Right.
So, I mean, and that's how it works here.
Right.
It's worse than South Carolina, where they had that Murdaugh guy.
Yeah.
This place is a joke. It's bad everywhere, but it's worse here.
Mm-hmm. See, but murder though.
Oh, they take that seriously?
Murder we don't allow. Rape, okay. Because maybe you were asking for it. You looked the wrong way. You had
all the things.
Your shirt was a little tight.
Or you just felt like it.
Yeah,
Or maybe the guy just felt like it.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing though. If the rapist feels like it,
yeah.
Let it go. Shut it.
Yeah.
Don't say
or
a
maybe
word.
you didn't scream and yell and kick and.
Well, yeah, because you weren't dragged into an alley and beat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. This whole place is a mess, and the fact that they even care about sexual assault survivors and they put up all that shit this month, remember?
Yeah,
that's a disgrace.
That's fucking bullshit.
After that happens, we do need oversight committees on the judges because the judges are nothing but political hacks. It's all they are. They're nothing special. They know they're so bad they don't even really have to run because these judges' elections are above everything. No, they're the same goddamn thing. They're actually the most corrupt of them all because they know who's going to win ahead of time.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just obvious. Here's what I say, and this isn't going to end for generations, I guess. People have to get out of these political parties. You have to get out of them. Go register no party. Get out of these stupid parties because Democrats and Republicans are the reason why this guy is walked free, is why this guy is only going to get 4 months, and it's why he will be on a registry for 10 years. That's it. He'll be a young man. Like if it was 40 years, I mean, he's still the registry of shit. But if it was 40 years at least, you could say, oh, geez, he'll be an old man when he's off. No.
Right.
It's 10.
Yeah.
10. Now, how about more than 10 years of probation? This is sick. This is some sick shit that happened here today.
Mm-hmm.
Really is some real sick shit. Until something goes wrong, yeah, then they do. Fraud, yes, absolute fraud. This guy's plea deal is based on financial contributions, and a plea in lieu of all charges is disgusting. It sure is. Politics attracts people with no morals because loyalty is more important to these people than doing the right thing. DA is lazy and should be held accountable. Exactly right. Yes, I agree with that 100%. Does anyone know why he actually pled guilty after all this time? Too much evidence? This is such bullshit, right? Good question. I think the deal is so good that he didn't want to roll the dice.
Right.
I mean, he knows what he did.
Yeah, and remember when he said he was looking forward to
his day in court?
Yeah.
Well, his day in court has been unbelievable. The way they have.
Yeah.
This was his worst day. Ooh. Yeah, let's all feel bad for him. He's huffing and puffing. I'm sorry you lost your job. What do you want from me? I don't care. A lot of us lose our jobs if we go to jail.
Is he disbarred immediately?
Who knows? Probably not. I'm sure he's probably allowed to keep going until July. I'm sure there's some kind of thing. No, why would he be? Probably got to go in sentencing. Sure, I bet you he's still doing it. Fuck, why do you think they keep on letting him have his court times at 2?
Right.
So he can be in court. So he can be in court in the morning. They're allowing this guy to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Unreal.
Yeah, it really is. This stuff, he was my in-laws lawyer. They were trying to get out. What? They're trying to get out a newborn and 1-year-old twice a week and all holidays for visitation. He used the same tactics I heard he used on victims. You won't win. I'm in good with Janelle Faso. We didn't stand a chance. Went to trial and won our case. I can't believe he's gotten away with this shit for so long. Yep. There's a reason our 13th Amendment disappeared. There sure is. He's probably buddies with everyone in both. He sure is. Yes, he is. He is a double party guy. It doesn't matter. He goes both ways on a lot.
Yeah.
He knew he would get years if he didn't plea. I'm glad He lost his job. Yeah, he lost his job. But you know what? He's going to get a pretty nice job when he gets out. I bet. I'll bet you. How much you
Right.
want to bet?
Oh
I'll
yeah.
bet you he gets a nice job. It's going to be either in the state park or it's going to be with the Niagara County, Niagara County somewhere. He will be given a nice job for himself because they're going to feel sorry. It's just like when you go to civil court and people feel sorry for the rapist who has to pay $7,000. They
Right.
feel sorry for it, like that even matters.
Right.
People feel sorry for their wallets. You know what? This guy, yeah,
And
well,
Carolyn Watazik
yeah,
decides not to pursue
no cases
cases
that are real.
against people who admit that they
Raped a child.
raped a child.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. No, look what's going on even.
I mean, he just admitted that he raped 4 different people.
I know. He did. I agree, John. You're right. It'll be 3 months. It might be like it be 2. No, he just admitted, yeah. He just pled guilty to 8 felonies and
Right.
got 6 months, but probably 4, maybe 3. And he's on some stupid registry that he's going to be off of in 10 years, and probation's a circus.
Right.
I know people that were on probation, not for that kind of stuff that I used to work with. They used to just get away with everything.
Yeah.
Come on. And do you think, in a guy like him who has been protected all this way, do you think, like I said, a probation officer is going to care?
Right.
He'll be an easy one. They don't even have to say nothing. Hey, how's it going? That'll be it.
Right. Exactly.
People will call in when you find out the terms of his probation. It'll be just like Belter.
Yeah.
Oh, he's over here. He's on the internet. I see him on his phone.
Right.
We don't care. It's just
he runs the Niagara Action, and
he's posting
about missing children.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, is it the work program is all pedophiles? Oh God, John, Jesus, you got to be sick. So yeah, I mean, we've just had a horrible day, a kick in the nuts to all survivors and everyone in Niagara County too. Any good person in Niagara County got it got it good today.
Yeah.
Any good person here. Political people are cheering. Those that like politics, those that love those parties, and I love those parties. These local parties are so goddamn great. Well, do it. Clap for yourself because this is what you got. This is what you've earned all these years with these assholes running around. From the George Maziarses to the mayors over here, and to the guy who's Ort, and then any other legislator, all of them. This is what you earned.
Right.
This is what you got. This is what you get. You get this. You get a guy who did enough to get out of 8 felonies of violent crime. 8 felonies of violent crime. Oh, did I overlook your comments? Kim, what did you comment? I don't know. I'm overlooking everything. There's a lot happening here. I must see if there's something. Kim, which ones are you talking about? Give me an idea, Kim, because I'm not sure. Cut and paste it or something. Put it up. I didn't. I'm just reading whatever and ranting in between, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know. Robin, it's a sad day. Well, think about it. There's 26 cases against the Niagara Falls School District.
Yeah.
26. Some of those guys are in it for 5 times. They've done it 5 times.
All of them are multiple.
All of them are multiple, and all of them done it through every decade.
Yep.
And what are we getting? What are we hearing? 0. Nothing. No one gives a damn. No one cares at all.
No.
So,
and when the school district files bankruptcy,
they're going to be scumbags too.
And yep.
And they're just as scummy as the rest. They're just like the Catholic Church.
The victims.
Yeah, it's the Catholic Church all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept screwing the victims over, and well, this is a sad day because when you look at it, it's what we know, but it's also different when it's in your face.
Right.
You know what I mean? When it's right in your face like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. They're all involved. They don't care. They're all dirty. You're right. The sex offender probation is more strict program than regular probation. District Attorney Office conditions which are ultimately set by probation officers include limited types of employment, internet usage, contact with anyone, including, that's good, and it sounds great to me, but I don't believe this guy will play by those rules.
Yeah.
He hasn't played by any other rules. When you can get away with trying to set up the district attorney that is prosecuting you in a 11-count felony thing, and you get away with that,
right?
That didn't even matter to these people.
No.
I don't think probation's going to hurt him.
No.
I just don't. They say, I got them. Yeah, they do what they want. They do. Why are we paying taxes? Good question. Good question. I don't know why we even bother. You're right. I don't know why we bother
Yeah,
because this is what it gets you. Keep on electing these people. Keep on going with these parties. Keep on thinking there's something, and this is what they produce.
yep,
Someone said it in there. Might have been Rob Nichols. I'm not sure that politics brings in people that are just they're more worried about loyalty to the team than they are to what's right.
right. Well, and
So
also it's a position of power,
yeah,
so it brings in predators, just like
exactly. Yeah, just like Pigeon
teachers
and teachers.
and churches
Yep.
and things like that, where you have power over somebody, lawyers,
Right. Mm-hmm.
you know, all these people. It's the same thing with politics. You're going to have people drawn to it for all the wrong reasons. Not everybody, obviously, but
No,
the the predators
but here's the
are gonna
problem.
flock
You
there.
know what I'm going to say too about not everybody, but some of the people in there don't say anything.
That's
They
true.
stay silent and
Yeah,
they know what's going on. The I told you about the one mayor. He knows what is going on. He said
I
it to
know he
me.
does.
He said it right to my own ears.
Yeah,
He did not speak up during this at all. So these people know what's happening. They don't say a word. Their complacency is a problem, and that's as bad as probably just being a flat out
yeah,
whatever. Because they know and they don't talk.
right.
They don't say anything.
Well, yeah. I mean, think about when the teachers. I mean, there's so many that knew what was going on.
True.
That
Well, yeah, but they at this point they could probably say something.
right. That yeah. That don't come forward and say, "Hey, I heard. I heard this or I saw that."
Yeah. No. No, because everyone protects their own, and we're watching that happening right in the courtroom. This guy today is politically connected, also a lawyer, so that means a part of the justice system or whatever system you want to call it, was just shielded like I've never seen before. You know that?
Yeah.
This is something Niagara County probably has never really seen, like outwardly. Like a
Right.
lot of times these things go behind closed doors, you know, when you think of Messer and all that. That
Yeah.
wasn't a big public.
Right.
This here was you know, disgusting. And Belter's case gave us a window into it. Belter's case was done on Inside Edition. Belter's case didn't matter because it was on Inside Edition.
Right.
Belter's case still is what it is. Belter's still out there doing whatever he wants. The victims' families are still calling the lawyers saying, hey, this guy is on his phone. He's not supposed to have one. This guy's at parties, not supposed to be there. And guess what's happening? Zero.
Right.
Nothing.
And the people who watched Inside Edition said, "Oh, that's too bad," and they moved on with their lives.
And half the people in Niagara County didn't see it. And the other thing is too, instead of worrying about those people, this is why I keep saying we are the media because we live here.
Right.
Those people don't give a damn
That's what I
because
mean.
they're in New York City or in Washington, D.C.
Right.
We're right here.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only ones that can change this. The ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, they're not going to change this.
Right.
They're not going to do anything. But if they do anything, look at what they did on Inside Edition. What was that? A 7 minute? No, it was a 2.5 minute clip actually.
Right.
Of those victims. It didn't do a damn thing. And here's the other problem though, it's after the fact.
Right.
It's not going, they don't do this while the court case is happening. They wait till it's all settled.
Right.
So we're gonna say, oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is too bad.
And they'll say, "Oh, we're looking into it. We're waiting to verify." No, you're waiting for it to be over so you don't have to take a stand one way or the other. You can just report, "Oh, here's how it turned out."
Right. Yeah.
You don't want to affect any kind of change or try to help the situation.
They don't care. They're not here.
So fuck them.
Yeah, they're not here. They're not here. Why would they care? It's just for their rate. They're just hoping that someone will watch. They're paid for programming.
Right.
That's why people now have turned to the things that we all are doing. That's why we have social media. That's why people go on YouTube. That's why we do what we do. It's to try, because you're not going to get that change from Buffalo. Buffalo don't care about us.
Right.
Not one bit. They've never cared about Niagara County and they never will.
No.
It doesn't matter. When they have an opportunity to do something that would affect change, they don't do it. Like you said, it's easier to wait and then yell. But it's too goddamn late. It's nationwide. Look at Tucker Carlson's situation. Yeah. It's a big fat fraternity. Yes, it is. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what it is. And if you're not in the fraternity, you're you're going to prison if you did what he did.
Right.
If you did what he did, if the guy who worked at my factory with me did this, I'm not seeing him again.
Right.
Because here's what they're going to do with him too. They're going to keep him in jail until trial. He's not going to be at work the next day.
Right.
He'll be in jail till trial. They'll keep him in there as long as they need.
Yep.
They ain't going to worry about him making money. And there he'll go. And he'll be gone in 2 weeks.
Yep.
They'll sentence him. They'll find him guilty. They'll sentence him, and his ass will be out. That's all that would happen.
Yep.
That's what'll happen to him. I don't know. It's a sad day. It's a day we did know, though. I do agree with everyone. Like, we knew this was coming, but I guess you always hold out hope a little.
Right.
And think that maybe there would be some kind of no, he's just going to county jail, probably for 4 months at most. Because they'll let him go. And you know what? In the county jail, he'll be just fine. They protected the county sheriff. They've protected him all over.
Right.
So why wouldn't they protect him there? They got him right there.
Right. Of course they will.
And there's nothing to protect him from. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It'll be just a little vacation. That's all. He'll just
read
sit
some
there.
Books and...
Yeah. And maybe write.
Yep.
You know, probably make some phone calls and see how he can get a job when he gets out. Because
Right.
that's being worked on already, by the way.
Probably
That is already being worked on.
He'll have all the honey buns he wants.
But that's what will be being worked on right now, is what job he will have to supplement for what happened.
Yep.
He will have a job. They will keep it quiet, but we'll find out.
Yep.
We will find out that the Niagara County Legislature put him in he'll be in the office with the guy from the Buffalo Billions, that other guy who went to prison. He actually went to prison because they couldn't hide him no more because he stole money, of course.
Right.
So he went to prison. The guy who's the public information officer, can't remember his name, for the county, but he'll go work with him. Yeah. That's what I assume.
Yep.
Does his family support him? I'm sure they do. I mean, I'm sure they got money. They must.
Yes.
I don't know what they do. I really don't. And his family can visit him, not down. Right. Oh, yeah, the family can do it. Yeah, Steve Pigeon. There you go. That guy allegedly has raped a child under 11. This guy went to Florida. Talk about probation. He got out of jail for something else and went to Florida, breaking his probation because he said he had to go work with Tom Golisano and do whatever. Guess what? Did they drag him back to jail?
No.
He is on charges, allegedly, of raping a person under the age of 11. He is so connected, it goes beyond Niagara County.
Right.
But it's big time here in Niagara County. He
Yep.
blew parole. Yes, he did. He blew it right off and went to Florida. You know why? Because he can. Yeah,
Right.
Because he can. That's why he does it. Because he can do it. He can go to Batavia Downs. Good call by Melody.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect. Maybe he could be in there. It could be a lot of fun. Can you imagine him at the casino? What a great time he'll have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. His mother is a guidance counselor in Niagara Falls Elementary School. Yes, he is. I used to work at the Niagara County Jail as a registered nurse. He will be put in pod with all other sex offenders, and he will be protected from all the other inmates. He will be absolutely fine. He'll probably make deals with the guys at the pod to get them jobs when they get out. Oh, he's absolutely going to be. I believe he'll go before he steps foot in jail, he'll know what job he's going to have when he gets out.
Right.
He definitely will know. And I think it's being worked on right now as we speak. He may know already.
Right.
He should not be able to do social media, Facebook, etc. He should be banned. He probably will be. They'll say that, but he won't listen.
Right.
He's currently on all these dating sites. He's all over.
Right.
You don't know who he is. Here's the other thing. Got people out there. I don't know if you know this. Some of you. I got interviewed by the New York State Police over this case. Remember when they pulled me in there? Because someone named Joanna Smith kept on sending me messages on private messenger. Joanna Smith kept on giving me all this information. Joanna Smith was Nick D'Angelo telling me stuff.
Right.
And I didn't know that at first. I thought it was someone named Joanna Smith. When I was in there with the state police investigator, I was there with him and Lynn Rita. We're talking about all this. Lynn Rita is not paying attention. The officer said, the trooper says to her, "Hey, are you listening to this?" She says, "I don't really care about social media. Doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't pay attention to it." I was then excused. and then that was it. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's who's prosecuting this guy.
Right.
The same person that was 2.5 years ago at the barracks over here on Whitmer Road.
Right.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy was communicating with us, telling us all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when we find out who it is, they don't care. It didn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, Batavia Downs is going to be a great place for him. I would say Batavia Downs, that would be outstanding. He could probably, like think about it. He could be like, hey, he can greet the people when they come in,
right,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And probably work in like the bar. Maybe he could be in charge of the bar area, maybe the dance or wherever they do stuff. Maybe
right.
There'll be a lot of women around. He could probably get in there.
Oh yeah, he
whatever.
Could, he could have a certain relative come and dance on the floor.
Sure. Yeah. We don't know who that is.
Yeah,
but
if he has, we don't know if he has any relatives.
Yeah, we don't know.
Like dance.
Yeah, like a dolphin or whatever, like it was like a worm or whatever was going.
Like a fat.
Yeah.
Slug. I don't know.
Yeah. Batavia Downs is a great place. Let's say that he's going to Batavia Downs.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that's a perfect spot for him. Uncle Henry can manage everything. Yeah. Make sure everyone's okay. Keep an eye on them. Because that's what they do too. They investigate themselves. I'll keep an eye on this guy. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
We'll give him a room to make sure he does. We'll take care of him.
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah.
Won't rape in his car anymore.
No, we'll do it right here. Dominic said, "Oh gosh, Robin, no, I'm going to vomit." Yeah. When is he turning himself in? It won't be till July is when sentencing is, and who knows when he goes to jail.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll just wait. Maybe they'll just say, it's suspended. I don't know. What could they do? Maybe they'll just say, fuck it. That's what they should just say. You know what? I think that should come out in the paper.
Yeah.
You know what? They just said, fuck it. We don't care no more. Don't you that fat mind. Worm. Hello. Yeah, never mind. You know what? Really, just say never mind. Fuck it. Because you got 4 other cases off to the side that you're saying fuck it about. Yeah. We don't care about those fucking cases, is what they're saying. That's a goddamn disgrace.
And victims have a say.
Yeah, why didn't they get asked?
Right. How
do you do that?
How can they drop Noelle's case without her saying that's okay? That's fucking bullshit.
I've never heard. This is unbelievable. They do whatever they want because there's no guidelines. Anything goes. Anything goes. And Erie County did the job that Niagara County needed.
Right.
They did what they, and they didn't want to come here no more. He didn't want to come. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to come up here no more. She's probably sick of driving here. Probably don't want to come up.
She's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah. all of them.
Yeah.
The whole group that's supposed to be defending the victims, the community at large. That's what the DA is, right? Prosecuting you for the state. And you're allowing a sexual predator that you are now going to deem a sexual predator too, probably level 3 one, just to keep, we've been saying it. You got to keep him in jail. He's still hurting people. You got to keep him in jail. So now he shouldn't be on the registry because they would not think about it. They wouldn't keep him.
How many times does he get to say, I raped someone, but I learned my lesson. I won't do that again. Mm-hmm. Like,
you're a good boy.
Yeah, he already got that pass. What are we doing?
Yep, he already got it. An attorney disbarred for a felony in New York State can reapply for reinstatement after 7 years from effective date. Oh, God. I don't even know why they bother. I'm at the point where I don't even know why this happened today. They should have just said, you know what, everyone go home. Yeah, we're done. We're done here. This guy, maybe counseling. I don't know. You know what I mean? Really, 'cause what is this? Right. This is all a big, disgusting joke. We have just let a guy who pled guilty to 8 felonies in Niagara County, who was a menace and still is to this entire community. He was on the internet doing what he does. He's been in the community doing what he does. People that are prominent people know what he's doing because I heard it with my own ears. And
he is a violent offender.
Yes, he's violent. Mm-hmm. He's violent. He is very violent. When you rape, you're violent.
Right.
You can't. There's no other way about it.
Yeah. This is not going down nicely. People aren't going away feeling like, oh, well.
Yeah, just because the person freezes and passes out, it doesn't mean it wasn't violent.
Right. Oh, he raped me, but it wasn't that bad. He
was violent.
He could have taped my mouth shut and held me at gunpoint.
Yeah, gunpoint.
What the fuck?
Let's go out right now.
Y-
Someone go out right now with a gun and hold people up,
Yeah,
four of them, and see where we end up.
right.
We could do a case,
Hmm.
and we'll
And those
see.
four people are not going to be fucked up for life like
No, no,
the
no,
victims are.
absolutely not. And that person is going to be in state prison, what, probably 5 years,
Yep.
maybe 6. I don't even care if it's 3.5. It's better than this.
Yep.
Let me go out here. I'll do something else. I'll do one thing better. Let me go across the street here and start a fire
Oh, yeah.
and burn down some shit. No one gets hurt. I just burn down some shit.
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going with arson? Where am I
Hmm.
going?
Yep.
What if I go out right now and decide to just start breaking into everyone's garages and stealing shit? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like 20 of them, just
Right.
wildly. Where do you think I end? I don't think I end up with 4 months in jail.
No. No.
I think I end up in pretty bad hot water.
Right.
I end up in county jail now, though, awaiting trial. I'll be
Right.
there waiting
Yeah.
if I can't bail myself out.
Right.
This guy
Right.
never even had to pay an ounce of bail. Think of even that.
Right. That's the thing. It didn't have
1 day
no,
behind bars.
nothing.
Nope,
Didn't have to get cuffed, taken in.
nothing.
None of it. And like you said, it's all based on connect.
It's
We have
political.
we have people running around who it killed somebody
Yep, and our political donors,
and are
huge.
huge political donors and didn't even get
Questioned.
questioned. Like
Right, right.
they killed someone due to their negligence.
Yeah, and there's a child. 2 kids don't have a father at this
Right.
point. The guy was like 37 or something
And
too.
there was no
Whatever.
doubt that this person was in
Oh,
the wrong.
no, they did it. They know it. It's been no one lied. They seen it. It's right there, right in front of you. It
Right.
was in the paper.
Right.
Whatever. That's what I mean. And that's murder. That's killing.
Right.
That's the end. That's like the ultimate, I guess.
I,
So where are we going? I mean, what are we gonna do? No one gives a rat's ass. Why isn't that story going Inside Edition? Why isn't someone doing something? Where is everybody?
right.
These people are, you're killing me here. They don't give it. You can kill as long as you get your, you know what? You should raise your children to be, I guess, you don't want to be athletes or just go be a politician and a lawyer, whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean? Get yourself, wherever you live, get yourself in there, connected to your stuff, and you'll be fine. There's not much you can do. As
Right.
long as you don't hurt one of your own. Like, to make sure you don't rape the daughter or the son of another one in
Right.
your fraternity.
Right.
Then you might have trouble. But other than that, you're good. You can just go ahead. What would the judge think if they raped their daughter or son? Good question. This just makes me think that it's who you know. It certainly is to get what Nick got. It is. It's who you know. It's who you know and what you have done politically. It's all political stuff. Because if he wasn't political, he would not have been saved.
Right.
It's politics. He was saved once, and now he becomes this,
Right.
saved again.
Yep.
Um, Drive away from a DWI manslaughter so they can't do a blood test. Yeah, absolutely right. Yep. Well, that was the most one of the worst days in Niagara County history in my mind.
Yeah.
They had somebody right in their hands who violent offender, 12 counts. They threw one count out. Who was that? That other judge. I can't remember his name right now. Why is it? Remember that one? That guy? Can't remember his name. Clock.
Yeah.
Have him with 11 felonies, 11 whatever. He pleads guilty right there in court to raping and 8 felonies. He gets it 4 months.
Yep.
It equals 4 months and 10 years of probation and registry shit. That's what it gets you here if you're a part of the Democrats or Republicans, and if you're tight enough in there and you help them or you pay them or you do whatever, you're good.
Yep.
It's okay. So that's the moral of this story to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not even just money anymore. It really isn't.
No.
It's you're better. You just need to know. You need to get into politics, and you can break the law. You really can. Watch
Yeah.
what happened to Steve Pigeon. Watch what happens to that little girl. Watch what happens here.
Right.
Watch what happens in that case. Nothing's going to happen. There will be nothing. That family. Remember, he was over there at the house trying to bust in
Yeah.
at the family's house because he was
Yeah.
so upset because they were telling on
Right.
him. He'll be just fine.
Yeah.
He'll be just fine. All right, we should probably wrap it up, huh?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Just a reminder, you will see Football and Sports Podcast on Friday, the wrestling show on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Balls Count Anywhere, and Noel and all of us will be back together next week.
Yes.
I don't know if Gail and Jerry will be with us yet, but
I'm not sure if they'll
not
be.
sure. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Everybody, thanks for joining us. The conversation will always continue on our pages. Um, keep keep sharing stuff. Thank you to anyone who gave us stars. All those stars help us gain more advertising and also gives us a little bit of money so we can maybe upgrade what we do and see if there's more things we can do within this. Because I know Noel and myself and stuff, we got some ideas
Yes.
as things move on. Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks everyone for giving your opinions, and I guess just keep your eyes open because we're not safe here.
Yeah. Keep supporting Noel. Noel's the warrior, the rock star, in all of this.
But we're not safe.
No, we're not.
We're not safe in Niagara County. If this can happen,
no,
you and your
your
children aren't safe.
No.
So pay attention. I know you guys probably do out there, but if that lunatic can walk away like he's going to walk away, we're not safe.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll be back. Definitely, like I said, definitely on Monday with Citizens United and Friday with Spitball and Sports Podcast and the wrestling show. On Saturday. All right, everyone. Take care.
Bye, everyone.